Good morning. Welcome to the Carla Marie and Anthony Show. My name is Anthony.
I'm Carla Marie.
And as we get this hype train going, I want to go through some of the things we're going to hit today.
Okay.
Or it could be like a show yesterday where we talk about a topic for 40 minutes that we didn't even plan on.
No.
Which we will touch on in a little bit.
I
'Cause
did
I
a
know
little Googling.
Texas Chris is in the chat, and he has a very strong opinion about it as well.
Your head is like kind of. Yeah.
How about this? I got to just sit back a little bit. So we do have the beach waiver giveaway. What is wrong with me today? It's always the start of the show, and then I kind of roll with it. Got the beach waiver giveaway. Carla Marie, would you like a second shot at explaining what the beach waiver
I was
is?
gonna say you do it, but you're not talking well this morning.
No.
A beach waiver is a rotating curling iron, so it does it curls your hair just like the curling irons we grew up with, but it's so much easier. And it actually gives you like flawless curls. By the way,
Why is it easier, Carla Marie?
Because it rotates on its own. I said that.
You don't do it in like a good order.
Anyway,
I'm so much better at this.
These curls are 2 days old, and I haven't recurled them. Yeah, no.
Guys and girls, if you're sick of burning your hands and your foreheads with curling irons and breaking your
Wands.
wrists and trying to do all of that stuff, the beach waiver is going to save your life. You simply put your hair in there, you press the little button, it goes, and then it curls it, and you pop it out, and you've got beautiful curls that stay for 2 days.
That's debatable. How it's done?
That's how it's done. I've seen it. You go, and it's done. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes? No?
No, you're making it sound like that vacuum one. There's a vacuum.
The Flowbee? Isn't that what it was called? That they used to cut your hair? Yeah. It was like a hair buzzer with a vacuum attached to it.
Imagine being
Pretty
a
genius,
kid and
honestly.
being scared of haircuts, then your mom comes with a vacuum. It's gonna suck your hair.
Real quick, want to shout out. Let's see. Oh wow, we got new graphics in the hype train.
Whoa!
You see that?
It's a flying train.
It used to just be purple. If you're in the chat, you can probably see it. There's a little train vaulting into the sky, rocketing into the sky, and now it's green instead of purple. Anyway. Shout out to Jen and Lisa for gifting 5 tier 1 subs each. What, Carla Marie?
Go up for a second. Jen has gifted a total of 666 in the channel. First of all, that's absurd. Second, 666 is bad luck.
She's also losing to her sister with 674. So there's that.
Boost train.
Yeah, I don't know what the boost. It's called a boost train. I don't know what the boost train is.
If they change this name.
Come on, ride the boost train and ride it. If you're watching on YouTube, this makes no sense to you possibly, but the hype train is where people support the stream in various methods like gifting subscriptions, subscribing themselves, gifting or cheering with bits. What, Carla Marie?
Why is it called a boost train?
I don't know.
Oh my God. What are the Twitchers saying on the Reddit today?
Complete level 5 with a combined contribution of 6 tier 1 subs or 3,000 bits. That's normal, I think. Oh, help Carla Marie and Anthony get discovered with Boost. Boost recommends this stream to new viewers across Twitch to help grow the creators' community.
How did we get in here?
Level 5 unlocks 300 recommendations.
So then it tells 300 people? But it said 1,700 recommendations so far. I'm glad we're all a part of this together. Oh, how did we get this? Boost Train is a supercharged hype train where viewers can purchase recurring or gift subscription or use bits to unlock Boost reward in addition to... Sorry, my internet.
Have we been boosted yet? If this is anything like Boost Mobile, it doesn't work.
I'm a fan of the graphics, though.
All right, we're at 90...
Are we going to the moon?
Us and Dogecoin. Straight to the moon. Yeah, Boost Train. I'm trying to see.
I need a Boost Train in my internet.
Okay, so the Boost Train has been completed. Now let's see what it says.
Well, what if more people show up?
Well, then we better be ready. And they're going to enter the Beach Waiver giveaway that I'm going to put live in a second.
Well, put it live now.
2,000 recommendations so far? To who?
Well, maybe people know what's happening in here.
Yeah, I
What
don't.
recommendation letters? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, my Doge is straight to the dump as well,
yeah,
Scotty.
Same. I was doing so good.
Every morning I wake up with a new little notification that says I've lost money on Doge. Oh, we
Well,
should.
we had to wait till we got to the boost, Philly John.
So we did get to the boost. So here's what's going to happen. Two things: shots and beach waivers. So Carla Marie is going to pour up the shots. We have empty or clear shot glasses now so that we can make this properly, although they might be a little too wide.
But Martha only saw Hype Train. I wonder if it was on mobile.
Maybe. Either
Are we
way.
on the For You page?
I don't know. So, Carla Marie, you want to
Oh,
focus on the shots so we can get that out of the way?
read that from Matt.
What,
Not
Matt,
from
Matt Soup 16 is continuing the gifted sub they got from Lisa. Thank you very much to both of you. So, Matt, if you were extending the gifted sub to 3 months, you would get 25% off every single one of those months because it is September.
It doesn't count on gifted subs.
No, if you elevate the gifted sub, it does.
Oh.
I believe.
But he was continuing, I think. Oh, I get it.
What?
I thought he was like paying it forward to someone else.
No.
Okay, wait, go up. Someone described it.
Becky from Miami. There you go, Carla Marie. You can read it.
Well,
I can't read, so.
she pasted the description of Boost Train, it looks like. She said, beginning this September, we are conducting another experiment with Boost Train, a hype train with additional benefits. Boost Train will blast your hype train to new levels by promoting your stream to more viewers. You may have heard about Boost Train, or you may have even been a part of the previous experiment. We've gone back and made improvements to the feature and addressed safety considerations that arose in earlier tests. We're excited to test it again. Full throttle, baby. Let's go.
All right. Listen, as a descendant of train workers, my mom worked on the trains. My uncle Musa worked on the trains. I mean, this is a big deal for me. I'm just following.
I thought you were about to tell me like your family built a railroad, and I was confused.
No. No, we weren't here yet. The railroads were fully built by the time my family
Isn't
got
that
here.
insane?
I mean, everything was basically fully built by the time my family got
Yeah,
here.
what did you guys do? My family built this place. Just kidding. They did not. They did nothing.
All right, couple things we're going to talk about. The beach waiver giveaway. We've got September, which again, super simple. If you do not subscribe to our channel, you can get 20% off a 1-month subscription. If you already subscribe, you can get 25 or 30% off if you extend that to a 3 or 6-month subscription. And for the record, if you don't subscribe and you go directly for 6-month subscriptions, you get the discount as well. Let's see. Tip and fatigue, which is what we wanted to talk about yesterday. Bring back the brooch. I know that it looks like brooch, but it's not. It's a brooch. And we've got the beach waiver giveaway, which you have to be here to win, and we will do that right around 8:55 on the West Coast.
I need it as a table
Okay.
so we could see. Okay. Sorry if you win this and it's got buttery nipples on it. Whoa.
Oh, okay. 3, 2, 1. We're blasting off. We are blasting off. We're boosting this stream with 2,000 recommendations. What that means, I'm not entirely sure of.
The contest, make it active.
Oh, yeah. Good call.
Thank you, Scotty.
Let me go back to that page. There's a lot going on here today.
I have no idea what's happening. All I know is that 2,000 people are waking up right now to an alert to go and watch this chaos.
But I don't know, like, does it just put us on the For You page? Because our viewers haven't gone up as according to Twitch. Is anyone seeing anything different on their pages before we move on?
I wonder if we got this because
Of
the
what?
person we know that now works at Twitch. That you don't even know.
I really have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, I can't see because I'm logged into our own account.
As we try to figure this out, as we try to learn what the boost train, is that what it is?
It's a fun
The boost train. Remember, you can join the giveaway. Anyone can join it as long as you have a Twitch account, obviously. You go into the chat, you type in ! And the word enter. Then you hit send. That is all you have to do. If you are a subscriber, you do get 3 times the odds of winning. But everyone is still in it to win it.
Okay,
So explain the shot, Carla Marie.
this is a buttery nipple. I'm going to partake in something called layering. So you put the thinner liquid on the bottom, believe it or not, which is butterscotch schnapps.
Okay.
Then I'm going to put the creamy one.
Wasn't it Bailey's? No.
It might be Bailey's. You can check the website at the moment.
Your paper is right up there, I think.
That's it?
I think so.
Oh, thank goodness. Irish cream. Butterscotch schnapps.
There we go.
Okay, make sure I did the right amounts. So now I pour the cream down the pourer thing, and I rest the flat part right on the top of the liquid.
And it's supposed to settle on top, right? Looks good. So really, if you order this at a bar, you're an a-hole, especially at a busy bar.
I mean, yeah. But Lil John says to order it.
I think he says fuzzy nipples.
He says buttery.
Buttery?
Buttery nipple. He says it just like that because he doesn't say fuzzy nipple. It fits to the tune of the song.
Shots listed
All right, hold on. There's a hair in this one.
in.
Oh,
What'd you do?
I just smashed it.
Oh, it's fine. Okay. Jello shots.
So pouring it with this pour kind of like ensures that it lands softly.
Oh yeah, buttery nipples. He
Come
goes
on.
Jaeger bombs, lemon drops, buttery nipples, Jello shots,
Yeah, he goes,
kamikaze,
Jaeger bombs.
3 wise men, F all that S. Give me some gin.
Jaeger bombs, lemon drops, buttery nipples, Jello.
Next time I go out, I'm doing all of these shots.
Oh, that is one way to vomit.
Jaeger bombs,
Smush
I've definitely done my fair share of those. Lemon drops, I've probably done a good amount
like
of.
these are just the things you order in college.
Buttery nipples, I've done a handful. Jello shots, I've had a lot of Jello shots. Kamikazes, I've had a bunch of. And I don't know what the 3 wise men is. I guess that's going to be Jack, Jim, Jack Daniels, Jim Beam. What's another very
I don't know.
common.
Justin Timberlake sings about him.
What?
That song.
3 wise men? Johnny.
Johnny.
So was I right?
Johnny.
Jack, Jim, and John. Oh, wait, there's Jose, some people are saying.
A lot of guys.
Jose.
All right, wait. Anthony, the next time we're back on the East Coast,
Yes.
can we go to the bar that has shots?
All of them do. Are you talking about Barcelona?
Bar.
Barcelona bar.
Will never click in
Is
my
it
head properly.
still operational bar? Is it
All right,
still open?
let's show the craftsmanship. That's it. I'm gonna become a bartender.
By the way, Ben Cal says the 3 wise men is Jack, Johnny, and Jose. So
Cheers
remove Jim.
to our first boost train.
Cheers.
To the
Woo!
Mm-mm-mm.
So we've got some conflicting reports on the 3 wise men. Some,
Probably depends on your religion.
I guess so. Some say that it's Jack, Johnny Walker, and Jose Cuervo. Some people say it's the 3 wise men of whiskey.
No, I don't want that.
Now
guy.
people are throwing Jameson in there.
No, stop.
There's a lot.
I guess it all depends because my 3 wise men would be Tito, Jose.
That sounds terrible. All of it sounds terrible.
Well, wait, do you mix it or do you
yeah.
just go boom?
No,
boom,
no.
boom?
It's all together.
No, because the 3 wise men marched to Jesus separately, not
But-
standing on top
But
of
they
each
but
other.
they arrive together.
Yeah, but I think it would go boom, boom, boom. There's no way you're mixing it.
You know,
One
I want,
shot. This is why my bar is going to be so
I want
great.
to make a shot called the
Oh,
3 wise men.
Well, there's the answer.
Seattle Cocktail Club says it is Johnny, Jim, and Jack.
You know what's so funny is that Seattle Cocktail Club's boyfriend was probably watching and started screaming for her to respond.
So I want someone. There's got to be a bar that can make a real 3 wise men shot, and maybe this is what we're gonna do next week from Seattle Cocktail Club, where
No.
something. So frankincense, myrrh, and gold. So you can put gold schnapps in there, right?
Ooh,
Was
and it
it,
cuts
was
your
it called
throat.
gold schnapp? No,
Goldschlager.
Goldschlager. That's the one I was thinking of.
Oh, wow. Super early day.
So Goldschlager would be one. I don't know what frankincense. I don't even really know what
It could be
frankincense and
something-
myrrh are.
They're like scents.
right? Is it like an incense? What is frankincense? We're going to be real old school today, by the way,
Why?
because we're going to be talking about frankincense,
No,
myrrh,
we're not
and
old school. We got boosted.
what?
We're like in the next level
Oh, true.
of the metaverse.
Let me get to this screen here.
Okay, we can do Malort. No, we cannot. Goldschlager and creme de menthe.
So what? Frankincense.
I think
I
frankincense.
don't know how to spell
Frankenstein.
Frankenstein. I'm spelling it wrong. Frank.
Ian. S.
Wait,
What
hold
do
on. Frank. Frankincense. Frankincense. Is that what was given to baby Jesus? Frankincense.
like what is it called in church when they wave it around?
That's incense. Oh, there
It's
we
got
go.
to be just a
Frankincense.
different flavor.
Oh man, do you realize how easy it is to get frankincense these days?
It's an aromatic resin used in incense. What'd I say?
Okay, so it's a oil.
So frankincense is what you smell in incense.
No, I don't think in all incense. Here we go. What is frankincense used for? Here you go, Carla Marie. What is frankincense used for?
It is commonly used as a fragrance in soaps, lotions, and perfumes. People use frankincense for aging skin, wound healing, and many other conditions, but there is no good scientific evidence to support any use. So why were they giving this to a newborn baby?
To make sure he wasn't Benjamin Button.
These guys don't know. The typical men giving crappy gifts.
But what does it actually smell like? Frankincense. Let's see. What does frankincense smell
And
like?
what
Because
is
that's what we have to
myrrh?
figure out if we're making a drink out of it. People
Earthy,
describe,
woody, piney, or balsamic, and at the same time soft, sweet, and citrusy.
so that could be like a bourbon type of thing,
Okay.
right? Wouldn't you say earthy and woody?
So what did
Is
we just say?
bourbon?
What was the first thing? Goldschlager.
Goldschlager's bourbon.
Can you show me what myrrh is? Do you know what it is? I think. It's another smell. I think that's how you spell it. Because it automatically populated that was the next thing you were going to search for. M-Y.
Where do you see that?
M-Y.
Oh, M-Y. Myrrh. Wow, I did not know that's how you spelled myrrh.
Its smell is similar to rosemary, pine sap, and sweet amber. The pine-like smell of frankincense is more resinous. It combines notes of lemon and pine into a subtle and sweet aromatic fragrance.
So what about Goldschlager bourbon with a little squeeze of lemon?
Can
Or maybe a little
someone
drop
tell
of
me
rosemary.
what these men thought they were bringing a newborn?
I'm sure back in the day these had like a lot of value.
Do you think Mary was like, the fuck am I going to do with this?
She was probably like, I don't even have a room. I'm in a stable. Why are you handing me things? Thanks for the gold.
Thanks
That
for the
helps.
candles.
Thanks for the gold. But other than that, I can't. What am I supposed to put these on my donkey?
So does
Along with my new baby that I wasn't expecting?
the one who brought the gold, was he the godfather?
I don't know.
I bet you they didn't even have godfathers and godmothers back then. That was just something that the church created.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I don't know when that started, honestly. So let's move on with the show. We've got a couple things on the list today. We talked about, obviously, September. If you are unfamiliar, subscribe to our channel and you'll figure it out.
Making me dizzy here.
Well, I'm trying to pull this up. The beach waiver giveaway is still live. If you want to enter it, all you've got to do is type in exclamation point and the word enter, hit send, and you will be qualified to win
Yes.
right around 8:55 on the West Coast, 11:55 on the East Coast. Now, this is something we were supposed to talk about yesterday, and it was an article from CTV, which is a Canadian broadcaster,
Okay.
talking about people who are now avoiding going to certain gift shops, retail locations, cafes that have the new like iPad register because they are sick of tipping.
Have you seen the meme that's like when you see the iPad register, you're like, oh, here goes more money.
Yeah, and but people are now avoiding those places after they go to them once or twice and realize like, oh, they're going to keep asking me for tips for things I never tip for. They're now avoiding those places because they are tired of tipping for things they are not used to tipping
So
for.
Alaire gift shop in West Seattle
Mhm.
here has one of those, but there's not a tip option. That is
I'm
clearly
sure you could
something
disable it, yeah.
you can turn on and disable. But like there are times when you do, like we went to a cafe this weekend that you order, but they make everything. Like we went to Mr. West Cafe,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
I ordered a drink, which I ordered wrong, but either way, they made the drink. like steamed it, did all the stuff, cooked our food, and then brought it out to us. So we still like that deserved to be tipped.
Okay. Yes. I don't disagree because we did tip them. And I want to go back to Mishi's comment, who said, I mean, why not? Why avoid them? Just don't tip. And I think for me, at least, especially if they're going to make something, you think that you don't want to be the person that hits zero and then has to show
But sometimes
the
if it's
employees.
like, okay, or if you're just getting like a black coffee, right? And you're
If I'm
like,
getting a
they're
green
literally
tea-
pouring it in a cup, you can tip 50 cents.
Yeah,
You
I
can
guess.
do that. Just hit custom.
So
I've learned to not just hit the number because that's like if it's like 20%, 30%. Sometimes on things that you normally wouldn't tip on, you just tip the whole buttload of money.
yeah, that's true. I guess we've forgotten because no one has change anymore. Is there still a change shortage? There was for a long time. People are like, we can't give you change, which is a really phenomenal excuse
Well,
to
the
just
little-
not give change back.
The little coffee hut nearby it says cash and checks only. I'm going to go there with the
Really?
check. Yeah.
So I think we did forget that, like, back in the day, a tip jar was like the change you got
change.
back, you would just drop in there. It wasn't full dollars normally.
I'd be willing to see, did people make more then or now just by clicking? It's got to be just by clicking.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But at Starbucks, they've made it, if you pay within the Starbucks app, the tip, it used to pop up, would you like to tip on your phone? And it doesn't anymore. And I think I've talked about this. You have to like go back into your receipt to tip. And I'm like,
So let me go back
I
to what
forget.
you mentioned about Mr. West, which is a place
Oh.
here in Seattle. We went to the location in University Village.
Yeah.
No.
yes.
Yeah, U Village. So yes, we ordered our food at the counter, right? It wasn't like table service. It wasn't like we sat down and ordered our food at our table. We walked up to the counter, waited online, ordered some tea and some sandwiches, and they brought it to the table. We tipped for that, but you normally wouldn't tip at like a Chipotle
Well, they
where
don't-
they're constructing your sandwich in front of
You're
you.
correct. They're not bringing it out to your table.
So
but
are
they-
we paying? So this is a serious question.
Are you paying for them to walk it?
Are
to
we
your table?
paying for them
No.
to walk
No,
10
you're.
feet?
I think you're completely correct. Then, if I'm paying for someone to make a drink, why am I not paying for someone to construct a burrito? I think that maybe making a drink is harder because I know that I could construct a burrito, but I can't.
You ever see them roll all of those ingredients in that tortilla?
I feel like
I could not do that. I'm being no, not even
All right.
being funny with that.
we're gonna do burrito making next week.
No chance. I roll a burrito the same way they do at Chipotle or Qdoba.
It's all about swaddling the baby.
I can't. I don't swaddle babies. But back to the tipping fatigue thing. Are we going to get to a point where businesses start losing money because of those iPad registers?
No,
You don't think so?
no.
Because I do agree that there's times like at the airport the other day, I bought a water and it was one of the iPad,
No, it did not.
and it literally said, "Would you like to tip?" And I was like, I grabbed the water.
Why were you not using a refill station?
I don't travel with water bottles anymore. Ever since the panini, I just don't do it. What?
Well, one way to interact less with people is to bring your own water bottle.
Yeah, that's fine. Anyway, not the point here. I was buying Gatorade. I was not buying Gatorade, but I went to the register and it literally said, "Would you like to tip?" And I was like, "No," but I
Was
still
this a
gave him
Hudson
$1.
News?
It was a Hudson News.
What the hell are you tipping Hudson
I don't
News
know.
for?
One of the richest companies, I believe, in the world, actually. Hudson News. Now, that employee may not have been the richest person in the world.
So Heather on Long Island said 20% on dining experience, 10% for takeout or delivery. Good to know, because Uber makes you feel like butt. They're like the levels when you do Uber Eats. It's like cheers, good job. Like what are the options are weird.
For Uber Eats?
It names each
Oh, I don't know.
percentage. But then what do we consider a fast casual type place? Like you walk up, you order, they give you your number, you sit down. Would you tip 15? Oh, I don't have water.
Oh, so you're saying full takeout?
Because
Is
that's
10.
not takeout to me.
No. It's crazy, though, because I never would have even thought about tipping at a Qdoba or Chipotle or any of those places. Those are only two that I can think of off the top of my head that are like, Subway? No, I mean, it's the same system.
But I used to have my little cup at the ice cream place I worked at and the bagel place. And I tell you what, all I did at the bagel place, me physically, was put bagel on a cream cheese. Well, cream cheese on a bagel. I guess I would make deli sandwiches. But
Were
if
they
I'm
good?
making a deli sandwich and someone's making a burrito, we both should be getting tipped.
Probably.
But I bet you if you went to like a mom and pop burrito place, that's got to be a Chipotle thing.
Yeah, but I feel like most of those mom and pop places don't have like the line. You know what I mean? Where you just walk down the line and order.
Yeah,
You either order, you sit down, or it's a to-go place. But let's see. Oh, can you call? Of course you can call. Let me sign in. I keep forgetting to sign in because like it's kind of new still to us. Why don't you give them the number while I sign in, Carlimer?
201-305-0894. God. Oh, my back cracked.
Okay, we are signed in. And as people have been doing for the last 2 shows, if you want to just text us with your name, your city, your state, let us know where you're from. That way, if you call in the future, we know it's you. 201-305-0894.
Even if you're watching on YouTube
Mhm.
in the future.
Oh, a lot of people did that last week
I
from
know.
YouTube. It was really cool. So all weekend long, I was just saving people's info. 201 for New Jersey, 305 for Miami, and 089
For lunch.
for lunch. That's how you remember it. And
Is there a word we can spell out with that?
oh, I'm sure we could
This
figure it
audience
out.
knows T9.
Now I'm trying to figure it out. Bug
Oh,
would be the first
okay,
word.
Stop it. Sweeties by V and Chris were hungry, and Sweeties by V ordered breakfast. I'm hungry.
Who said they were going to call? Oh.
I'm hungry. Oh, Juan.
Yeah.
I'm hungry, but I'm doing a week-long like reset
Mhm.
with shots apparently. So I can't just order a burrito on the whim.
Natalie from Buffalo, thank you very much for the text. Appreciate you very much.
We'll have to talk about it on Thursday because tomorrow is my major cleanse day
What does that mean?
where I don't eat food. I just have 3 little snack bites.
What are the snack bites?
I don't know.
Oh, you know what? Thank you very much. Created by Cooper brought up the other point that I wanted to bring with this whole tipping thing. Here in Seattle specifically, minimum wage is $15 an hour for finally last year became law for every business. $15 an hour is the minimum,
Mhm.
okay? In New Jersey at least, when you work in a restaurant type business, the food service industry, I think your company is allowed to pay you like $3 an hour or something like that. So really what you're doing by tipping is subsidizing that business and saying we're going to help pay your employees.
Which is
Well,
absurd.
whatever, it is what it is. That's the way it works. In Seattle, a lot of restaurants have even said do not feel obligated to tip.
Watson's Counter.
Mhm.
James has been in here before. Duke of Swirl. He's the owner of Watson's Counter. You physically cannot tip anywhere in that restaurant. You can walk up and order things. You can sit down and have a full service meal. And you physically, there is no way on any of their electronics to tip because he's like, I cover their wages. It's included in the amount you're paying for the food.
Yeah, and that makes sense. Also in Seattle, and this is something I felt bad originally when I was doing it, but city council here enacted like a $2.50 surcharge or it's like a minimum that delivery services have to pay their drivers. So what those delivery services did, Uber Eats, DoorDash, whatever, they just passed that on to us, right?
Yeah.
So there's a Seattle
It's a
charge.
Seattle charge when you order from Uber or DoorDash.
So in my head, I'm thinking, okay, well, if I'm paying this $2.50 that I know legally has to go to the driver, if that was going to be my tip anyway,
So then I can
am
tip
I
less.
still tipping?
Right.
So I still tip a little bit because of the guilt that I feel.
Well, because they get an alert afterwards.
But I have reduced the amount because in my mind I'm making the calculation that says, okay, you're getting this much from me
Yeah.
and this much extra from my order because I live in the city of Seattle.
Yeah, Wise in China's right. Other countries don't tip.
Not the way we do.
People are calling and we're not getting it.
I'm not seeing anything.
Is the sound on?
Hold, please.
Do we have a missed call?
Where?
Look at the left.
Are you guys hearing it? Hold, please. We got to make
no,
sure
there's no thing on.
that's for a different.
8:32. That would be just now.
Let me make sure the desktop part is working here. All right, let's.
I don't hear it.
Please leave your message.
Oh God! Oh God! Oh God! It's gonna say their name, their
I turned
number.
it off. I turned it off. Okay, so that's where it changed. We're good now. Anyone can call, and we are ready. What you doing there, Carla Marie?
Rearranging your desktop
Yeah.
icons, apparently. Oh yeah, Augie said tipping people cash is always better. Used to work for Deliveroo. Oh, I wish we had a Deliveroo here.
What is that?
We would split tips between riders. Augie, is it weird for like?
Oh, it's in the Netherlands.
Do people tip in the Netherlands at restaurants and stuff? Just reading about tips.
Okay. Well, that's super thrilling to just sit and watch you do that. Okay, let's see. My husband is in Seattle right now, and the sales tax is over 10%. So you're supposed to tip, pay sales tax, and the product, and the Seattle. I mean, there is a lot.
Well, there's no sales tax on Uber Eats. It's food.
I think there is.
Hold on, I'll check my last order.
Because
However,
prepared food,
it should be 9.
You can tax on prepared food, right?
Shouldn't be over 10. You're right. There is I don't think it's 10. It's 9 something, but I'm trying to think of my last order.
And Created by Cooper said it's tricky. Usually, I would say don't tip the owner of the establishment, but if that owner is also offering a service,
Yeah.
I don't see why you would skip a tip. Yeah, like if you Created by Cooper, if you
Oh, no,
own your
there's-
own nail salon and you're doing someone's nails, do you not get tipped as the nail artist specialist? What do you call them? The people doing your actual nails. What are they? The
A
nailist? Technician? There you go.
Okay, sorry. I stand corrected. There is a tax when you order. Man. Also, we spent $16 on a burrito.
Yes.
Yeah, we're not
Yeah,
doing
but that has nothing to do with the delivery fee.
Okay, so
Because
here.
even up the street, the burrito is $15.
Service fee, $5.37 for using Uber Eats. Temporary local fee, $2.50.
That's the Seattle fee.
Delivery fee, 49 cents. Delivery person tip, $4.
So the delivery fee, who does that go to?
That's a great question. I hit the question mark.
And it's going to take 4 hours to load. Yeah, for the record, I don't care if you're a billionaire and you own every nail salon in the world. If you work on my feet and you give me a pedicure, I'm tipping you. Out of pure guilt.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it is.
Not loading.
With Pizza Hut, the delivery fee goes to Pizza Hut. It's interesting to know.
With ordering through Uber, though?
$70 on Popeyes last week. It hurt. Yeah, it was $70 on
Delivery
Popeyes.
fees help cover delivery costs. They vary for each merchant based on factors like demand, your location, the availability of nearby delivery people. You'll always know so I have to spend 50 cents because there's no nearby delivery people?
I don't know.
Ooh, service fee varies based on factors like the size of your order. Small order fee, which is if you don't order enough. Delivery adjustment.
And this is why, I went through that list one time of all the different things that we get nickel and dimed for with Uber Eats or something like that. What, Carla Marie?
Lisa said, "You guys are the first video on live channels we think you might like on the Twitch homepage." Jen took a screenshot.
What? Well, apparently has anyone shown up? A couple more people. Cool.
Hi.
And this is why, by the way, and this Angela brings up a good point. This is why I don't do Uber Eats or DoorDash. I used to rely on that, especially when we were still working in radio and a little bit after that because I had gotten into the habit. But I always convinced myself that I didn't have time to go get food, so I would just order it. But then I realized, I'm like, I live in one of the most densely populated cities in America.
Yeah.
One of the top 12 most densely populated cities in America. I'm within 3 blocks of food at all times. I can just get my ass up and go get it. And I've saved so much
Or
money
just meal prepping.
and saved so much time. Yeah, and obviously eating at home helps as well.
Mhm.
But just by getting my ass up
You waste
and
so much money.
going to any of the places that I was ordering from.
I remember like last year we got into a habit of, it was like end of October, November, of like, we're just going to order food. We're just going to order food.
Mhm.
And I was like, oh my God, we're spending so much money. This is so stupid. And then we kicked off the new year. We went like 3-4 months not. And I remember being like, why do I have more money than normal? And
Yeah.
it was that.
Yes, Carla Marie.
If you go to our email, there's a photo. We can share it.
And then we're going to move on from that in a second in our email. Okay, let's go here. Nope, that's the wrong email.
Oh, someone emailed that they like our style.
Yeah, and they're going to be like, we like your style on your stream. You should, I don't know, something stupid. Hey, there we are. Okay, so let me download this picture.
Oh my God. I wish I wore something cuter today.
I don't. I'm wearing the perfect thing for today. So can this happen every time we get a hype train? Because we get a hype train pretty often.
I think they're just like randomly giving little boost trains. Can you like put the chat up while you do that?
What?
Can you give me the
Oh.
chat while I do that?
You know?
Thank you.
There you go, Carla Marie. Oh, and we got, there's a lot going on
I'll
here.
talk. You. One more over.
There it is.
Augie calling from the Netherlands. What's up?
Oh, did we miss it?
Anthony hung up on him.
No, I didn't click it in time. Nothing is working today.
Mercury's in the microwave.
If I see that meme one more time,
Augie calling from the Netherlands. Good morning.
Morning. Sorry,
You
I hung up the first time. What were we
no,
talking
you're good.
about? Are we talking about tipping?
Yes.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah. So in the Netherlands, we usually round up the bills. So like if my bill's like 24.50, I'll just say, hey, can I pay 25 euro or can I pay 26 euro? So I think I was in Germany this past weekend, and I think my bill came to like 24.20, and I just said, hey, can I just pay 25? So we don't formally tip. But when I worked in Deliveroo, I preferred people tipping me in cash versus
Of
on
course.
the app,
Of course.
because that way I could be able to have the tips for myself and not have to share them. So like when people would tip me in the app, we would have to like split it between all the drivers that were working that shift, and that was kind of shitty. So
Yeah, that's.
I think the most that I got in cash was like 30 euro, which probably translates to like $35.
And what was that tip for? How big was the order?
It
That was the whole
wasn't
night.
massive. I think it was like 2 pizzas or like 1 pizza.
Damn.
You know, there was, so my
Yeah.
parents used to have a Lebanese restaurant in our hometown, right? And I was like the
Yeah.
delivery person for a long time. We didn't get a ton of deliveries. So basically they would just call us
Yeah.
from the house and be like, hey, we have delivery, be here in 15 minutes and drive it out. There was
Yeah.
one house
Yeah.
that regardless of what they ordered, and they would order probably once
Yeah.
every 2 weeks, $20.
Yeah.
That's great.
It could be a $15 order. And this is
Holy
back in the day,
shit.
so it's not like we were adding a bunch
Right.
of fees and stuff. It
Yeah.
was just you paid and sent out a delivery
Yeah.
person. I'd make
Yeah.
$20 every time. It's kind of
That's
crazy.
Cool.
sick.
But
That's
uh,
very cool. Yeah.
Audrey, thanks so much for
Like,
calling
I
in.
was gonna-
Oh,
Yeah, I was gonna ask you why you guys have so many taxes and so many fees. Like you
That's
guys
a
are
great
like
question.
calling them out, and I was like, why do you have all these different fees?
Because we live in a free country.
no, I think
don't
that, so.
know.
The difference between the main difference, I would say,
heck?
between
Yeah.
the States and a lot of countries in Europe is you guys
Yeah.
will normally pay more at the end of the year or on your paycheck for taxes, right? Like more will come out
That's
of your
true.
paycheck than
That
we
is
do here.
100% true.
However,
Yes.
you pay
Yeah.
for less things because of that, right? So your health care
Yeah.
is more
Yeah.
accessible. Things like childcare is more accessible
Yeah.
because the government takes more
Yeah.
money early,
Yeah.
different times of the
I
year.
think I would much rather it that
Yeah.
way.
But that's why,
Yeah.
kind of.
Do you guys
Yeah.
want to know how much I pay per month for healthcare?
Sure.
I pay 95 euros, which translates to about like 105, and it covers everything. So I can go to any doctor, get any checkup. I don't have to pay for anything extra.
Now, okay.
I will have it. Yeah.
The rumors
I'll
are
have it,
that
like,
it takes forever to
cover-
get a doctor's appointment. Is that true?
No, that could be true. I think like maybe you wouldn't get it immediately, but
Mhm.
like maybe like a day or two after.
Oh.
And then if it's really, really bad, then maybe the week after. But yeah,
Yeah, but that's
Okay.
normal
that's like
here
the
too.
That's
best again.
that's actually quick.
Yeah.
Sometimes you'll call a doctor here and like, oh, we're booking out 3 months.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? Yeah.
Yikes.
Man,
that's
I'm
so
coming to the
far.
Netherlands.
Audrey, what time is it
Yeah,
in the
man.
Netherlands right now?
It is 5:46. So when you guys start the show, I am done with work. So that's why I love watching the show.
That's so cool.
And I'm so loyal. I never book anything between 5 to 6, which is like 8 to 9 Washington time.
That's
And
awesome.
anyone who wants to hang out with me can literally fuck off. And I'm sorry for swearing, but like that's just how it works. So it's like Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday I'm unavailable.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
There
Well,
you
thank
go.
you so
During
much,
that
man.
time.
We appreciate that.
you are the best.
No problem. Thank you. You look great, guys.
You
look
look
great.
great.
That was awesome.
If you don't think I'm clipping that.
That's true. But yeah, that he does bring up a good point. We pay more in
Yeah.
fees and taxes on a daily basis, whereas in Europe they'll just take that straight from your paycheck and then distribute that money.
Yeah.
So it kind of all works out the same.
But when I tell you right now, I called because I need. This is people are like, you can't believe you're talking about this. I need a new gynecologist.
Okay.
I called 5 of them about 4 months ago, and it was either not accepting new patients or we're booking 3 to 5 months out. And I was like, but it hurts now. It was like a cyst thing or whatever,
Yeah.
and I never went. It ended up subsiding. I still don't have a new gynecologist.
So like Desiree says, I work at a PT clinic and our wait time for
And-
evaluation, I guess, right, is 4 weeks. And then Tacoma Swifty said specialists have wait lists here. You don't even want me to tell you some of the wait times.
So bizarre.
Yeah.
But one thing that I've talked to a friend about is like these other countries, we have so many more people than them.
Well, yeah. I mean, you can't compare what we do. Well, you can and you can't. Like Finland, for example, is a country of 4 million people. It's hard to compare that directly with the
Smaller than
U.S.
Seattle.
However, if you compare it to the city of Los Angeles, if you make those comparisons, which sounds weird at first, but they still do things in a much more efficient way than we do even at a city level.
Yeah.
So, for example, one of the stats that I read was the entire national school board in Finland has something like 1,000 employees. The school board in Los Angeles County has like 3,400 employees. Same amount of people. We just have way more bureaucracy and
So there's-
nonsense.
Oh, wow.
So things can be improved everywhere, I think, is the moral of that story. Now we have about 7 minutes until we are going to pull the winner for today's beach waiver giveaway. So I want to explain to everyone what a beach waiver is real quick, Carla Marie.
Yes, a beach waiver is a rotating curling iron that lets you get gorgeous, luscious beach wave,
Luscious?
beach wave locks without burning yourself because you just hit the little rotating button.
And
I
that's
should
it.
start bringing mine in here to show it off.
Next time we do. We still have 2 or 3 more to give away down the road. Also, and this is going to be super quick, do we need to bring back the brooch?
Okay.
And the reason this is going to be the first place that you heard it because it's going to come back in style, and I'm going to tell you why. Out of all of the coverage I've seen about the Queen, apparently she used to wear a brooch all the time. It's what old people did.
Old people.
And interestingly enough, I just saw the hydration reminder. Thank you very much, Mark.
I don't have a water in here.
Guess you got to take a shot. So interestingly enough, and a brooch, by the way, I'll pull up a picture of one.
But why don't we call it a brooch?
I don't know. A brooch would be hilarious.
This is why people say that we speak weird.
We do.
But this is probably not an American.
Why does this happen? There we go. So hopefully you can see it on the screen there. That's a brooch. A brooch.
It's essentially like a blinged out pin.
It is an ornament fastened to clothing with a hinged pin and a catch. Okay, so normally you wear it on like your lapel or your chest area. And interestingly, every time someone comes to sell jewelry, because my dad will buy gold and like melt it down, he'll like pay you the cost of it or whatever. There are so many times where people die And, the niece or the nephew or whoever has to distribute all of the things that are left over will come in with a bag of old lady brooches. And it's a lot. And immediately my dad will see them. Every now and then there's one that can be turned into like a pendant or
Yeah.
something. But he looks at me and goes, no one's going to buy these. And they just get melted down.
So I think we have a bunch from both of my grandmas, but I grabbed something that I have of my grandma's where it's essentially built in.
What do you
I
mean?
think I actually have one or two somewhere. I just didn't have time to look for them this morning, but
So what is this? I actually haven't even seen this, even though it's in the room.
this is my grandma. Like it had matching pants and a little tank top underneath, but like
But that's more embroidery. That's not a brooch. It's not faceted to it.
No,
It's
it's
part of
not.
the design.
but on par with that style.
Yeah.
This was the idea of like you don't really buy clothes that have like this has full blown roses on it. But
How do you wash something like that?
well, I don't know because neither did she. It's got stains all over it. And I'm like, really, Nan? Come on, are we the same person? But
So
I want to get it cleaned and then like wear it with like a tight black dress.
go for it.
And then I looked up. It says 3 Flags, California. I recently looked this up, and it was like basically a maker of old lady clothes.
That's not surprising. So the reason I'm bringing them up, and the reason we're
Why are we
talking about the Queen and brooches, is it was reported, because apparently everything about the Queen's funeral has to be reported, that Charlotte, Princess Charlotte,
Mm-hmm.
which is the oldest of William's
Second.
second kid, apparently she was wearing a brooch
They're-
to honor her grandmother.
Let's go.
And I think this is going to be the moment where
Should we need to make you
where
look
like
good?
hipsters are like, oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to wear a brooch because like Princess Charlotte
We
wore
can
it.
definitely go to a vintage store and probably buy them $1 each.
And I think it's going to be a thing. Now they might not be as ornate as they used to be.
Should I wear like a little football one for the game on Sunday?
I think people are going to start doing it.
How funny would that be?
It's gonna catch on.
I feel like it's
And,
a
like-
hipster thing already.
It's also funny, like little Princess Charlotte is in her little like whatever get up to go to the Queen's funeral, and she's got just a massive brooch.
Okay, well, they'll probably make a comeback. This is like the time I called bucket hats coming back in
Mhm.
2014, and now they're everywhere.
Oh, didn't the Queen give her that brooch as a symbol of her shared love of horses?
Oh,
Quite possibly. Quite possibly. I have done my absolute best to avoid
I can't. It's everywhere.
Queen coverage,
I've
if you
tried.
will. Like I remember someone yesterday was complaining about the dogs and how much coverage they get. I don't know. I know nothing about the dogs.
Lots of coverage about those dogs.
Did she have a lot of dogs?
So she, over her 70 years of life,
Mm-hmm.
had a ton of different corgis. She has 2 corgis and 1 pony at this moment. And I don't know what's going on with the pony, but the 2 corgis are going to live with one of her daughters or something.
Oh no, I thought one of them was going to go live with Prince Andrew or something.
I don't think he's getting anything.
Epstein's buddy.
I don't think he got
No?
dogs.
There was something in here in the chat. Yeah, if you have a bag full of your grandma's brooches, B-Delps, you can either sell them to a jeweler because the price of gold is pretty high right now and make a lot of money, or you can wait about 6 months to 18 months and see if this really kicks off,
No, just start doing it, man.
or just start doing it.
Put it on TikTok.
And this is the thing. Dee in Palm Beach brings up a good point in the chat. She said, I like pins. I wear my Disney pins on my clothes from time to time. It's no different.
I have a denim jacket that I started putting pins all over.
Punk rock.
Stole that style from James from
Punk
Once Upon a Time.
rockers and their pins are basically just angsty teenagers and brooches. That's the same thing.
I think I have one for my grandma.
That's like the one thing I think that everyone ends up getting from a grandma, because it was a thing. You'd have like a whole
Yeah.
chest full of brooches back in the day.
My grandma had a lot of costume jewelry, which was which was great when she died. I don't mean to say that. When she passed away, it was like 2012, which was the height of wearing costume jewelry. But prior to that, she kept giving it to me, going, I'd rather see you take it now than you take it when I'm dead.
Yeah.
Like, okay. So I have now all like these obnoxiously colored beaded necklaces that I will never wear.
What are they? Are they real or are they fake?
No, but I don't know what to do.
Okay, this is going to sound terrible
can't-
of me,
I
but I'm
can't.
asking the question, why don't you just throw them away?
Ah!
But where are they now?
In my jewelry cabinet.
Do you look at them and like go, oh my God, I remember Granny so much. Thank you so much for this
How'd you
piece
know
of
that
plastic.
she was Grammy?
Oh, I said Granny.
Oh.
I thank you so much for this plastic. Like,
No.
so then the question,
I'm
seriously,
hoping I can make it into like a curtain, like a beaded curtain.
how many of them did she give you?
There's a lot.
Like a doorway? Like you were on that 70s show?
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking. I have a lot of her earrings, which are cool. We have the same initials, so that's fun. Yeah.
Oh, and Martha, I just want to be clear. I'm not knocking anyone for being interested in what's going on with the Queen. But even when she was alive, like I remember Carla Marie would do royal family updates every now and then on our radio
I
show.
love it.
And I just never got into
Yeah.
the
Well,
allure
I am.
of the royal family.
I'm fascinated just about the tradition of the funeral situation of like so much that goes around and
Yeah,
just
they broke a stick yesterday or something.
the wand. I'm like, wait,
Yeah.
did she have a wand? I'm so confused. Her reign officially ended when they broke the wand over her casket. Like they didn't smash it, which I thought was about to happen.
That'd be awesome.
They just snapped it, and I was like, wait, a wand? Where did a wand come
Yeah.
into play? But
Harry Potter.
I will tell you that I haven't, like, when I go to do our prep for the morning show podcast, I'm like, look, all my like algorithm is royal family.
Yeah.
I'm like, I need to see other stuff.
Scotty put a fun fact in the chat. He said Princess Charlotte, who I mentioned before as the person who's going to bring back the brooch, is estimated to end up being the wealthiest royal in history with her ability to influence fashion.
But I don't.
But
They-
can't Kate influence fashion?
She did, but think about the difference in time. Kate was already an adult.
That's true.
But my question is, I thought they couldn't make money off of their.
Oh, man,
Like,
there's so many comments.
How does she make money? They can't have social media.
I have no idea. One last reminder, because I'm going to close the giveaway for the beach waiver in 30 seconds. So if you want to enter the giveaway, type in ! The word enter, and hit send in the chat. Just that, no spaces, ! The word enter, hit send, and we will do this giveaway when this number on the screen reaches 30. I'm going to close it.
So how do we get more boost trains?
Boost trains? I don't know. We'll have to see what happens on Thursday. Because we didn't have a boost train yesterday.
Radio fan messaged us and said, here's a couple of mine. And she has 2 brooches. She has a Christmas tree.
Brooch.
Brooches, sorry. Bro. Which I think I have for my grandma. And then she has a cheetah laying on a rock.
That is what that
That's
looks like.
excessive.
All right, closing the giveaway now. 111 people have entered. It is time to draw the winner. Carla Marie.
Billy from Virginia.
Billy from Virginia, if you are here, let us know in the chat within the next, we'll do 2 minutes. What, Carla Marie? What am I looking at? Oh, did my mom try to enter? Yeah, that did not work. All right. Here's a 2-minute timer until we see Billy pop up in the chat. And if he doesn't,
Or she.
or she, then we pick another name.
Oh, no.
And that's it. I bet you my mom has some brooches from like customers that
Definitely.
have sold them and family members. I don't remember my grandmother's really wearing them, but maybe I'm wrong. It's also
Oh,
not
mine
something
did.
I would have noticed.
Mine always did.
And yeah, I don't know.
Oh, Billy from Virginia.
Oh, there he is.
woo.
He or she.
We don't know.
I thought it was a he. I feel like I've.
But
Talk
it's
to Billy.
IE, so I think that sometimes means the female spelling of the name, but
Oh,
we could be
maybe.
completely wrong. And their photo is
Well,
a
can you
Jeep.
move that so we can see? There we go.
All right, Billy, email us with your full name and mailing address to hello@carlamarineanthony.com.
Also, if you are a medium, then we can throw in the hoodie that comes with the beach waiver as well, because there are some accessories.
Oh, yeah.
But they only gave us, I believe, small and medium hoodies. I don't know if we have small ones. Oh, according to my mom, my grandmother did wear brooches all the time. No idea.
We need to make you look great brooches.
We could do a "You Look Great" pin.
We have one. The radio fan made them for us.
And
She.
please. Oh, it is a she. Okay, perfect.
It is. I feel like Billy was just born and we found out which.
Congratulations. Bob had a baby, it's a boy. Remember that commercial?
Ooh, we could do YLG gibbets. Lenny's right for your Crocs.
I've seen a couple different creators, musicians make their own gibbets, which you can explain it better than I can.
You know how Crocs have the holes in it? The shoes have the holes. Gibbets are things that you can put in those holes to design your Crocs however
Yeah,
you
to
want.
spice it up a little bit. It's like the brooch for your foot. It's a brooch for your Crocs. So, Billy, make sure you email us hello@carlamarieanthony.com and let us know your full name, your address, and what size shirt you wear. If we have one that fits, we will send it over to you.
We can still send it. They can gift it.
What if they don't want to? What if Billy's selfish?
Give me some time because I have to find a box that this thing fits in. It's not easy.
So I looked it up. Brooch. Oh, can we change? I thought he meant, can we look up the spelling? Yeah. I don't know why it's brooch.
Like, there's no reason. It's not like, all right, I get where you were going with that.
Yeah, I agree that it should be BROACH, like roach, right? If you're going to pronounce it the same way. But the correct spelling.
Oh, per Google, it can be spelled either way, Claire said.
Oh, really? Well, we're going to go with brooch for now. And next time we talk about this in about 7 months when it becomes a huge fashion trend and we replay this clip, then we will use
But I don't want
the
to be
A.
putting holes in all my clothes.
Also, there's one video before anyone goes anywhere that we have to pull up because I discovered it yesterday.
Oh, how did we not tease this?
And I should have put it on there. I feel bad for anyone who left, but you can watch this later if you want.
Should I explain
Yeah.
a bit? So this weekend, Anthony and I got to be the game day host and stadium host for the University of Washington football team, which means we do what I do at the Seahawks, where we talk on the microphone in between
Building your business.
quarters or at timeouts and announce different things like this cam is coming around and you're going to be on the camera, like just little like intros and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So Anthony had the coveted halftime spot of a fan getting to try to kick a field goal and win money. However, the band also was about to perform, and I think there was some miscommunication over what was supposed to go first, the band or Anthony. Now, I'm watching from one end zone, and I see the band from opposite sides rush the field. And I'm like, well, that's weird because Anthony's out there, and now I don't know where he went.
Okay, so you can stop there because I have the video. And what I'd like to point out is if you've ever done anything like this.
I don't think they have.
No, if you've ever made even like high school announcements, anything.
Yes.
If you've ever done something like that, somehow you block out like the rest of the world.
Yeah.
You're so focused on not messing up and what you had, the task at hand, that everything else is gone. So when I was told to go out to the field, I did just that. I had the lines in my head. I had the names I had to remember. And this is, you'll hear it a little bit. Let me unmute it. If you don't hear it right away, let me know.
Pause it. Okay, just for reference for everyone,
Yeah.
I wish we had the little pen that they have. On your screens,
Oh, yeah.
you see we can do it right here. Right here. Can they see this?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Oh, no, sorry.
Now they can. With the
Okay,
pink.
right
That's
here,
perfect.
these groups of people,
That group of people?
these groups is Anthony. I think
I mean,
you're one of these. This is the person about to kick the field goal.
yeah, I'm right next to the person in the blue.
Make the video a little louder.
I don't think oh, here, watch out.
Let me just see the chat.
Well, I can't do that if you're
The chat's on the screen now. I just want to say.
Okay.
Okay, move this over.
And the reason I found this, I forgot I didn't see who brought it up in the
Martha.
chat. Martha. I found this video by accident. I was looking for marching band covers for today's podcast. And I was like, oh, you know what? The reason I thought of this was University of Washington. Let me see if they have any good covers on their YouTube page. And I saw that the game that I was at was up there.
Oh, this was streamed live.
So we clicked on it.
Okay.
Here's Deep Purple and Purple People Eater.
All right, dogs, we need your attention right here at the amazing end zone. Allstate and Allstate agent Gary Alessandro have given Lucas an opportunity to kick a 20
That's you.
So that's the practice kick.
Oh, we had a practice kick. I couldn't see because the band was
he
in my
like
way.
warmed up.
Oh yeah, I was confused. So for the record, the announcer said, "Oh, I didn't realize."
Well, here's the good news, Lucas. You still get a pair of tickets to an upcoming Huskies game, and there is still $1,000 going to Washington's General Scholarship Fund. Thank you very much to Allstate and Allstate agent Jeremy Olsen for their contribution.
The band just.
So now, as you'll notice, I turn around over here, and all of a sudden, I just see the band marching directly.
Oh God!
At
Oh
me.
God!
Yeah.
Oh God!
It's from the 50s. Here's
I had no idea. Here's
Wait.
the thing.
Okay. So the announcer guy literally says, "Here's Purple People Eater," and the next thing you hear is Anthony speaking.
Yeah. And I didn't hear any of that.
You
Like,
can't. You can't hear.
Just
it.
wasn't even focused on it. And keep in mind, there are over 100 people on the field behind me, and I had no idea that they were there until the moment where I turned to leave the field and saw this part of the marching band.
This group right here was supposed to match this group out
Yeah.
here, but then they must have realized you were out there, and they were like, "Oh no, what happened?" So they the way they hustled out there like little toy soldiers.
Yeah. But I had no idea that was going on at
Yeah,
all
wait, they
until
did
it was over.
Martha's right. They moved so fast. I kind of want to watch that again.
Yeah, imagine being me. You turn around, there's all these instruments charging you.
Do they practice like running?
Yes.
I used to want to be the drum major, so bad.
Why?
That's the person that runs
you
out
watch,
in the field like a. No, that Rutgers was so cool.
So yeah,
All
you'll watch them just descend.
And now,
Who is-
it's from the 50s. Here's the Purple and Purple People Eater.
Yeah.
Also, is that supposed to be a W? Because it's weird because this W is facing the other way.
I guess it's supposed to be a W.
Marching bands are so cool.
All right, let me get this off the screen now. But yeah, I had no idea that any of that happened until yesterday when I decided to do some work for the podcast. But now I live on the University of Washington's marching band YouTube page forever.
How come?
Oh, it's a face? How's it a face? Is it the Purple People Eater? The one-eyed,
All right, I'm not even.
one-horned flying Purple People Eater? Is that the song?
How come
Thank you, Vicky.
the NFL doesn't have marching bands?
It's a great question. Is there any NFL team that has a band?
Well, Seahawks have
That they
Blue
have the Blue
Thunder,
Thunder,
which is drum.
but they don't
drum
do
line
things during the game, do they?
before. Normally,
Oh, the
Sometimes.
Baltimore Ravens have a band. Did not know that.
See, you would have never been able to do this in my high school. Lenny said his niece is a captain of the marching band and co-captain of cheerleading in her high school. She says the marching band is intense.
What
Because-
couldn't you have done?
You couldn't do both. You could be in band within the school. You could practice with them, but when it came to performing, you can't do both because the cheerleaders dance to what the band is playing.
Makes sense. Let's see. The LA Chargers have a drum line.
So
Didn't
we
know
have-
any of that. We learn something new every day. And yeah, I just needed to share that video because I was cracking up.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I really sent it to our whole group chat, and I was like, guys, watch this at the 36-second
But
mark.
if you don't explain it, I don't think people know that. They may
That's
think
true.
that's normal.
It's just crazy to me that I didn't know all of those people were directly
I was
behind
all
me.
the way on the opposite side, and I'm like, huh. Those people come out there pretty fast.
Didn't hear the announcements,
Because
nothing.
the original rush of everyone running out, except for that little nub of people.
But I think I didn't realize it because I was also rushing out there at the same time. You know, like I was getting set up to focus on the field goal. So I wasn't really paying attention to anything else. But we are done for the show for today. Carla Marie, got anything else before we say goodbye?
No, we will see you Thursday. The Morning Show podcast is available wherever you get your podcasts. If you haven't signed up to play a game, do it. Even make my life easier.
And here's what we're going to do, because I always have to pull like a a still image from the video so that we can post it on YouTube. So we're going to pose for a second. What do you want to do,
Well, I
Caldemar?
think I did some fun stuff during the boost train.
We're not going to worry about that.
Boost train.
Done. All right. See you later.